Welcome back, Drinkstuff fans. Here at Drinkstuff, we're all about giving you drinks and cocktail inspiration to help you make better drinks at home or in your pubs and bars. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use an egg white in cocktails and actually kind of what it's for, tell you about what it's essentially for. Now, egg whites kind of get used. I'm not going to go through all the cocktails, but the big kind of famous cocktails these get used for are sours and things like kind of clover clubs and things like that as well. Very tasty cocktails. Now, to refer this back to kind of me and my business, I do a lot of cocktail masterclasses, and one of the big cocktails, everyone's favourite on there, is like an Amaretto Sour. Now, sours can be anything from, it's basically any base spirit, whether you're doing brandy sour, whiskey sour, Midori sours, your favourite green melons, and things like that, vodka sour, gin sour, rum sour, tequila sour, whatever you kind of fancy. It's that base spirit, it's lemon juice, sugar, Angostura bitters, and you can kind of see, I've kind of got a couple of whiskey sours there prepped, ready to go. Now, the whole egg white turns this cocktail into, it's kind of a vital component. And people, the whole reason I mentioned the masterclass is people kind of love the cocktail, but then turn their noses up at the whole egg white thing. And they kind of think, oh no, I don't want to drink egg white, or anything. Oh no, that's going to be, is it healthy? Is it good for you? And all these kind of things. Now, to dispel a couple of myths, egg white, as soon as you combine it with any alcohol, the alcohol will kill any bacteria in the egg white. And in any case, in the UK, there will be, as long as they're stamped, you know, there will be no traces of bacteria in egg whites anyway. You know, we're kind of way past that. So you're not going to kind of give yourself salmonella. But rest assured, if there is any tiny little bits of bacteria, then the alcohol in your cocktail will kill it. Now, as I mentioned, there is another sort of product here as well that I use quite a lot because in this day and age, I encounter a lot of vegans and things like that, and they don't necessarily want to use eggs in their cocktails. So there is another product that's still a Magic foamers, and they kind of replace the egg whites. And I've done a whole video about that, which I'll link to. But I'm just going to kind of demonstrate the difference between the two, because there is a big difference. I would love to use egg whites properly. It's just, for me, it's cost and doing events and things like that. Now, as I say, the egg white will kind of bind those ingredients together. You'll have a lovely kind of velvety, smooth, luxurious kind of mouthfeel in your cocktail. And as I say, it's vital for the cocktail, especially for the sours. So I'm just going to put the equivalent. So one egg white, that's just kind of a medium, well, it's actually a large egg white, is basically equivalent of, if you're going to use a product like this, about a third to a quarter of a pipette. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drops. That's kind of all I'm using in there, and that'll be the equivalent of an egg white. And I'll link to that in the show notes, and there's also a video I've done about that. So I'll shake that up with that. Now, I haven't actually done this for years, so I'm liable to kind of waste the yolk or catch the yolk in the cocktail here. So all you would do for the egg white, you don't want the yolk at all. Put the yolk to one side. So I'll have a cocktail shaker ready. Actually, let's do it in here. Kind of crack your egg. Oh yeah, we've done it. Perfect. If I put the egg white in the shaker, look at that. We've done it. Perfect. Perfect. Kept the egg white. Lovely jubbly. Right. Oh, happy days. I thought I was going to mess that up then. So the egg white, just pour the egg white into your cocktail. There you go. Now, what we're going to do now, actually, let's get another shake, is kind of shake them up. The whole point with egg white is you kind of have to dry shake it and emulsify it. All right, so I'm going to do the foamers first. So this is non-egg white, and we do exactly the same thing. About 5-second dry shake, okay? So we'll take the liquid from that to that. That's what those foamers kind of do, and that's why I kind of preach about them quite a lot. So let's just pour that back in the cocktail there. And just so I'm not cheating, so there's no kind of egg white that gets in there. And say there's a tiny bit of yolk in there, but there we go. I'm not going to drink it anyway. I might drink that one. Right, and again, we do the same thing. And what you'll notice after a couple of minutes while I'm still waffling on, you'll see that kind of, you'll still have the foam on that, but this will just stay for ages. Right, so hard, fast shake again, 5 seconds. And we've got exactly the same thing going on there. And just pour that back in there. Now, I see, I'll kind of lift that. I've got a couple of more things to tell you. Basically what we do now, after we've dry shaken, we would ice that cocktail up and then we'd shake it down for about 10 to 12 seconds. And then we'd kind of serve it up. But as you can see already, the foamers, while they will still have a lovely layer of froth on top of the drink, they won't have the same kind of mouthfeel as an egg white. But I think that's a good trade-off. As I say, I haven't used an egg in a cocktail for at least couple of years, probably longer than that, to be fair, probably a lot longer than that, probably 3-4 years or so. I've used these kind of foamers for ages. But there you go, that's how you use egg whites in cocktails without the yolk, obviously. You can use the yolk for scrambled eggs and things like that. But there you go, as I say, vital for a lot of cocktails, the sours, the Clover Club and many, many more. But I promise you, the Amaretto Sour, the whiskey sour, easily some of my most popular cocktails that I do on masterclasses. So I hope you enjoyed that. Give us a thumbs up if you like this cocktail. But if you like it, if you love us, make sure you subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss any of our future content. And I will see you in the very next video.